All right, people, so Synergy TV, we are here. You know, we on the ground in St. Lucia for the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. And right now, we are at the Pure Jazz event. This is one of two Pure Jazz events that will take place during the course of the festival. Tonight is actually Ladies' Night. All right, so you know the ladies out. The guys too, but the ladies out. All right, and performances by Esperanza Spalding, Chantal Estelle and Moyen, Camille Charlemagne and Leandra Modeste. All right, they are all scheduled to perform tonight. We are here. We're going to have a chat with some of the patrons here at the event, find out what brings them out on a Tuesday night to Pure Jazz. And of course, if we got the opportunity to speak with any of these artists, we will take that opportunity and bring it to you. So, Synergy TV, St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival, we here. All right, people, so we are here with Chantal Estelle of Chantal Estelle and Moyen, and a jazz band out of our very own Trinidad and Tobago. And you all have been around since 1998, I understand?
Since 1998. We were... Glenford, Kevin Sobers and myself started this band in 1998. We grew, we've had various people, noted musicians that have been in our group. Darren Shepherd of Fontclair played drums and pan at one point. Sean Thomas is drumming on our first album. Moses Ogist, who is a bassist from St. Lucia, is on our first album. Currently, our panist is Natasha Joseph, because the founder, Glenford, he died in 2022. And we have Gary Hayward, who is the protege of our original drummer, Junior Noel. Vaughn Best on drums, Douglas Reddo on bass. He has always been the bass player since that first recording with Moses Ogist, and myself, Chantal Estelle, on piano.
All right, brilliant. Well, it's a good thing you didn't go study to be a song engineer or become vice president of a record label, because I understand that's what you wanted to do.
Oh my goodness.
But you didn't end up there, so you end up here.
I end up here.
And I understand it's Louise McIntosh?
Yes.
Right, tell us a little bit about her.
Okay, so I studied at a music school called Pan Pipers, and the principal of that school was Louise McIntosh. She groomed many musicians, Sat Sharma, Kwame Ryan, who just won a Grammy Award, myself, Harold Headley, Maureen Clement, just tons of people who continue to contribute to music in Trinidad and Tobago. And because of the sort of arts high school genre or direction that she had, I understood that music was a viable thing to continue studying. And so I went to Berklee College of Music for my undergraduate degree, and then did a master's at York University in Toronto for my graduate degree. So music has always been what I am. And playing it and doing it was always what I intended. It just I wasn't sure all the time what I wanted to do, and so my direction kind of evolved as I discovered my strengths.
Okay, and you have a background in steel pan.
Yes.
Right? So here's my question now. She have a background in pan, eh? She started with pan, if I'm not mistaken. No?
I started with piano.
You started with piano.
Piano was my first instrument at 4+. I got a pan from my dad when I was 8.
Right.
And then I continued doing, Trinidad. So I did graded piano exams up to grade 8 and voice up to A2. But I also played pan. And that's where I think I really got my grounding for Trinidadian music. And also I treasure my relationships in the steel band fraternity. That's my people.
So here I want to find out. A lot of people, I remember meeting a guy at a time and he told me he's from Canada. And we were having a debate on the steel pan and the piano. And he sort of kind of put the both of them in the same category. Would you?
Every instrument is important, and it's just what you choose to find your voice. It's just what you choose, because we all have ideas about what we want to hear and how we want it to sound, and it's just what avenue you choose to direct it.
Right. Just a couple other questions before. I know you're busy here because I see a lot of people who look at the pull you for pictures and stuff. You had the opportunity to work with Andrew Tanker.
Yes,
What was that like?
beautiful. He's the first person I came to St. Lucia with.
Right.
And at the Jazz on the South, Jazz on the Square, I was enthralled and honored when I got back from Berkeley. And he called me and he said,
Right.
Chantal, I would like you to come and play. And I just wanted to know
Wow.
time and place.
Wow.
And so I was able to work with our great elder for some time. He's the first person I came here with. I was able to do Martinique Biennial Guitar Festival with him, the World Beat Festival, and just generally learn and continue to grow in Trinidadian music.
All right. And of course, this is jazz. It's all about the jazz festival. You have toured all different parts of the world performing jazz. How important or how big or how much influence do you think this particular festival has on the Caribbean in terms of jazz festivals? Because I look tonight and I see the crowd and I see the performances. I see the different blend of musical instruments, the piano, the steel pan, the bass guitar, the congas, the drummers. I mean, how could the rest of the Caribbean, how do we get jazz to grow throughout the rest of the islands?
I think we need to just have a clear intent of what we want our festivals to look at in each place. I did Cuba Savannah International Jazz Festival twice.
Right.
And in that sphere, they are concentrating on Cuban music and how they improvise, on Caribbean music and how they improvise, and also allow space for Black American music,
Right.
swing, jazz, etc. So I think whatever you pick, just make sure that the music that you choose is represented properly in your publicity.
Right.
So they advertise this as pure jazz.
Right.
So that you know you're going to get a jazz group and we're improvising in a certain way. You know on the weekend you're going to get general covers and not so
Yes.
much. So you know what you're going to get. So to just be clear and honest and have a clear intent, and I think we'll continue to grow and also make room for quality acts from the Caribbean at all times so that we could continue to grow.
Okay, and how do people find you, find your music, and get your music? As a matter of fact, your social media handles, so on and so forth.
Chantal Esdel and Moyen, all one word.com is our website. We are on Facebook, which is Chantal Esdel and Moyen on Facebook, and Instagram, it's just my handle, Chantal Esdel. So, but we do have a website, so you can reach us through that. It has our bio, our pictures, our information, where you can find videos, everything.
Nice, beautiful. Well, Chantal, it was a pleasure.
Same here.
And Trinidad and Tobago represented at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. And I'm sure she's going to go on and represent Trinidad and Tobago, the red, white, and the black in other parts of the world with jazz, with her wonderful band and their fabulous performance. They brought down the house. Standing ovation for you tonight. All right? So, people, Chantal Esdel and Moyen, St. Lucia, we here. All right, people. So we managed to find Malachi here, Malachi Joseph. And Malachi, where you from?
Granville.
Oh, you're from? All right, that's in St. Lucia on the island, right?
Yeah.
What part of the island? North, south?
No.
All right, cool, man. So you're a fan of jazz?
I'd say so, yeah.
All right, how long now?
Since last year, someone took me and loved pure jazz.
Serious?
Yeah.
What is it about this festival that really caught you?
It's the variety of artists, you know, especially for someone like myself who wasn't quite aware of the diversity of jazz. Last year was like an eye opener, and ever since then it's just new artists. Love the experiences, love to hear the different styles. It's amazing.
Nice, man. Well, I see you here with some partners. Everybody dress up sharp. You're enjoying the performances so far. What did you think of Chantal Esdel?
Excellent voice. She was amazing.
Yeah.
The whole group,
The whole set.
excellent.
All right, nice, man. Now there are some other events on the calendar. Tomorrow is the gospel night. Then you have another pure jazz. Then you have the weekend and all of the entertainment coming. Who you're really excited to see perform for this festival this year?
Now, every artist has something special.
Right.
I'd love to see them, but it would be a very lovely experience to see Thames on stage. Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
All right, nice,
Yeah.
man. So he's excited about Thames, and Thames is performing which night?
I believe that's
Saturday?
Saturday or Sunday.
I am. It's one out of those. It's on the weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. So it's Saturday. Nice man. So Saturday. So Malachi will go back and enjoy the show. And good to see that. You know what I mean. The mature people out, the young people out, everybody out, and they're just taking in the entire festival. And well, we hope next year is going to be a third year for you.
Yeah, yes. Hopefully,
man.
yeah.
All right, people. St. Lucia Jazz. They're bringing out everybody. Why are you not here yet? All right, people. So we are here with Nicole, and Nicole is from Taiwan.
Yes, I am from Taiwan.
Okay, you. This is your first time, second time, third time to St.
This
Lucia.
is the second time that I come to the Pure Jazz event. So impressive, and then yes, I enjoy very much. That's why.
So what? Okay, so you're into the jazz. What is it about this event? Is it just the music, or is it the people, the island? What makes this event special for you to come?
I think the music is really impressive because here in St. Lucia, they gather different artists from different genre first.
Right.
Tonight we're here for the Pure Jazz, and then all the artists are wonderful.
Beautiful.
And then I knew that this will be a great program, so that's why I came. Yes.
Well,
And
it is
I know-
ladies'
yes,
night.
Obviously, but then it's not only because of the. I think they had wonderful pick of the selection. The invitation of these artists are really, really brilliant
Right.
choices.
And I see that you enjoyed Chantal Estelle's performance.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. What do you think about the steel pan?
Wonderful. I have to admit, this is not the first time, obviously, to listen to Steel Pan
Right.
Panorama. I've listened to so many.
Right,
But then
okay.
her work, and then blending Steel Pan into jazz in this way, that I've never heard of. So
Okay.
this is really impressive. And Miss Joseph, I think her name is.
Yeah, I think it's Natalie Joseph or Natasha
Yes.
Joseph. Yeah.
Yes, she is amazing.
she real bad.
Yes. Oh, amazing.
Which means she real good.
Yes.
You mentioned Panorama, so you've been to Trinidad.
No.
you
But
haven't
then
been to Trinidad yet?
No, well, in transit. I hope that
Okay.
I have one day an opportunity to really visit Trinidad.
Beautiful. We want you to come and take in all the pan, all the steel pan, the panorama.
Uh-huh.
You can't know about it and never really experience it, you know.
I know, and then I know that in Trinidad,
Yeah.
you are probably having the only surviving masters to make steel pans, right?
That's right.
Although steel pan is popular in many of the countries in the region, but then not many people anymore
Right.
produce the steel.
Well, birthplace Trinidad, but the jazz festival. Let me ask you something now. In terms of, well, you said you spoke about all of the artists that they have here tonight, right? And there are other events, of course, on the calendar, which you will be attending.
Yes, I will be attending tomorrow's Kingdoms Night,
Right.
which is very popular, so I won't miss it.
Nice.
And then, of course, the other events I'd like to go, but then, it's like I have to work still.
But who in particular?
See.
Who's the person or the entertainer or the group that you're really excited about?
Of course, there are, like, for example, Sunday night, like Billy Ocean. He will be like, childhood memory.
Right.
So of course, I won't miss that.
All right,
yes,
brilliant.
but then I look forward to all artists. I think
nice.
St. Lucian Tourism Board and the selection committee made wonderful choices.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So people, it is Nicole from Taiwan. She's here, second year in Lucia Jazz Festival. We here for the first time, but she here for the second time. And hopefully we will do what she has done and be here 2 years in a row next year. So, St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026 is on, and we're going back to the action.